against Robbie Capito. JJ, alongside me for this match, what do we know about Robbie Capito?
Well, he's a guy that was around America a few years ago, and then here just recently he's made another big trip there. Had a nice win in a regional event. Played a lot of fine tournaments. Wow. And now Darren Appleton, we've been keeping tabs. He was ahead early and now trailing 7-6 against another Polish player who had a big win against Alex Pagulayan in his first match. Now Capito to break. Now, I said this earlier that you would see some fancy Robbie as the favorite in this match, to be honest with you. Nothing taken away from Omar, but that's just how great a player Robbie is. He's got a lot of game. You know, maybe the setting, you might say otherwise, with Omar, the runner-up in last year's World Pool Championships.
Yeah, often with that type of player, you're just waiting for him to get that sort of big win in this type of environment, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't know when the last time, if any, has Robbie ever played in the World Pool Championships before.
So he's played safe, and as JJ was saying, Darren Appleton, he's trailing 7-6. We'll keep you updated how that goes on. He's playing Sebastian Jankowski from Poland. Now, what's Omar got here on this one?
He's got just an edge on the one. He's got to go up table. The 7's helping him. The 5's helping him. Oh, he had more of it than I thought. So beautiful shot there. And we have a few matches from the 5:30 round still going, but most of the next round is start SVB on the second main table here in the arena.
That's a tricky match he's got there, JJ. I'm not so sure if you're familiar with the young Dutchman at all, are you?
No, not at all.
Yeah, he's an up-and-coming Dutchman, and he's making big waves over in Holland, and there's a lot of talk about him being a future world champion prospect, so we'll see how he holds himself together against a great SVB there.
Yeah, well, Shane, who's, you know, always wanted this title, of course, as it eludes you longer and longer, and a player of his caliber, you expect him to get his hands on that trophy. I think he's only been in the final once, though, or twice? Twice,
yeah,
okay, twice. Now, Omar, who's a very creative player, will play some shots that some normally wouldn't. What I was getting at about Shane is he really loves the winter break format tournaments. Really feels like he can get going, put a lot of racks together, and, you know, known as maybe the greatest breaker ever in the history of the game. So winter breaks always kind of leans towards that guy. This is all speed control here. I think he's a little light, maybe. I don't know. Pretty good shot, it looks like.
Yeah, just going back to Shane, he went back-to-back finals.
Lost to Albin.
He lost to Albin in 2016, and then in 2015, Kopin Yi.
Good to see those guys back playing, the Code brothers. I think all three are here, actually.
Yeah, and Chang.
Yeah.
Great to see them players back.
Yeah, I saw Chang in Vegas just a couple weeks ago, and if that long, and kind of changed his game a little bit. I saw it immediately. Changed his mechanics a little bit. Been playing a lot of Chinese 8-ball since he hadn't been able to travel as much. And these two battling for that first shot on the one. I don't know if he can go offensive here either. He could, but it's awfully thin. Trying to put him behind the 5. Well, that was a great shot.
Look at that, JJ. Welded.
Wow.
Purple 5. Very smart player is Omar. I believe he plays all the different games you can play on a pool table very well, so that stands him in good stead. Eklund Catcher. He's won 9-5. He's going about his business nicely.
Yeah, and held up nice there because he was trailing in that match early against a very formidable player in Han. A little fortunate catching the 2-rail collision there on the 1, but I think he's gotten away with it. A little bit of a snooker here, so the short cue coming out for Omar here early in game number 1.
A snooker?
Snooker.
That's unusual for an American to say snooker. Is it not hook?
Yeah, there's all kinds. There's all kinds of little words you can use for it, but yeah, when I come overseas, I bring a few more words with me. They screwed the cue ball back.
Get down with the British lingo, JJ. Right. So this first rack is still in the balance, and that's the first ball pocketed. And so far, Omar's played 3 beautiful shots.
Yeah, and you wouldn't, say safety is like something he wins a ton of games with. He's, of course, a great safety player, but somebody stays pretty offensive. Kind of made his decision a couple different ways while he was down on the ball there. Interesting. Players normally won't change how they're going to shoot the shot once they're down on the ball. Now, both these players, of course, have a win from the first round, but Omar, who won a tight one. I don't know what the score with Robbie was in his first match, but gotta say that Omar definitely has the experience in this setting and this type of slick table.
So it's an exciting first rack, and it goes the way of Omar Al Shaheen. Austin Oman in the
I saw that.
He's a tidy player. Through to the last 64. So how's this break shaping up for Omar?
Yeah, took a lot of speed off. You didn't see many balls up the table. It's pretty thin in the side, it looks like. I don't think this is this is no hanger here. Wonder if he even takes it on in the side. The 2's a little covered up. Do you play the safety? Do you go for the cross side bank of some sort?
You're asking the wrong man, JJ. Safety was never my strong point.
No, yeah. Well, the great players, they stay aggressive anyways.
There you see it.
And this was the problem with the bank, is where was I going with the cue ball?
Yeah, what do you like here, though? Where's the percentage play here?
I think he's got to elevate just to hit it, kind of swerve the ball a little bit. Kind of come across to this long side rail. And the problem with those types of shots is you want to shoot them, but this is a winter break format. And you can't get those games back, Carl.
That's true. Needs a little love here. I think he's going to get it,
He's going to love that.
Wow. So Darren Appleton, quick update. He's tied that match back up. It's 7-7, so that's a little nail biter. He won his first round 9-8. JJ, question. Do you think it's more beneficial to win 9-8 as opposed to 9-0 in this double elim phase of the event before you get to the single elimination?
Well, I think that's a hard question. I think they both have some value. I mean, nothing wrong with playing that perfect match. Albin, you could tell in his interview, he liked playing the perfect match, but he talked more about the first match. Let me think about that first match and learn from it a little bit, right? So the perfect ones are nice, but you'd like to make the corrections on the ones you made a few mistakes. I think it goes from player to player, to be honest with you. I think there are certain players, Filler, he wants 9-0. He wants wants to, you know, kind of run over the tournament if he can. But then there's some other guys that see a lot of value in that 9 to 8. Myself, if I stayed strong with it, I like the 9 to 8.
I like the 9 to 8 as well.
Yeah. If I stumbled across the finish line,
I don't like it at the time.
Yeah, right, of course, yeah.
After it's been done, I love it.
Like most things in life.
Yeah.
Learning lessons. We never liked them at the time, but later on we kind of appreciate them. Okay, so these guys playing very tactically here early. We're going to see our first offensive look at Mr. Capito. And I can't remember how young he is, but I think the first time I saw Robbie, he must have, what is he now? Like, he's like 24 maybe, 23? But I think the first time I saw him was probably 7 or 8 years ago, so in his teens. Wow, 20 years old. So maybe he was, maybe it wasn't that long ago. Maybe it was 5 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, he actually beat Eklund Katche in the 2018 World 9-Ball Championships when he was 17 years old.
Yeah.
So he could have a bright future, especially now Matchroom Pool have got a grip and they're really trying to push forward with a lot more tournaments, a lot more ranking events. So he's coming to this at a good time.
Yeah, he's the typical player that the sport needs, young and really an amazing player.
Rack 2, Mr. Capito.
.2012 champion Darren Appleton just notched up a break and run to win that match 9-7. So he's had a couple of close matches, but that will stand him in good stead. He gets a day off tomorrow. He's back for the last 64.
Robbie using a bit of a cut break there. Got a little movement on the 9-ball. He's gonna have to push out. He's gonna have to push out some distance here. One of those rare scenarios, really hard to push out to what would be only a safety, I think. Is he looking to push out to the bottom cushion below the rack area, I think?
Push out fold.
I'd say that's a difficult place to push out to. I was going to say I'd still have to push out to this top rail.
Yeah, it's crucial you find the top rail here.
Omar Al Shaheen, your option.
You don't want that bouncing a little bit too far off.
I don't think Omar passes this, even if he goes offensive or defensive. You like overcutting this and trying to run 2 rails behind the 8-9 with the cue ball here?
Just pot it, bump into the pink 4.
Nothing to it, huh?
Well, he'd like to take that one again.
I think that was an okay shot, though. He was trying to bank the 2 into the 8-9 and put the cue ball behind the pink. I think it was actually laying there to do so. He just, little body movement there from Omar. Didn't quite get the results he wanted.
Of course, it's very early stages in this match on centre court, but you just feel like for Robbie it's an important time in this match. He's the less experienced. Of course, Omar got to the final last year.
Well, with the lack of experience, you know, all he gets is huge, right? All the experience he gets these first 2 matches. So he's the type of player that can make a very, very deep run, in my opinion.
You like his game, don't you, JJ?
Yeah, I do like his game.
Yes. Extension, please.
I think he, like right there, he took a little, had a little swallow right there. He's going to have to do that a few times here this week. And most players actually have to gather themselves between shots, but it's going to be a little more for a player like Robbie.
How'd you like this pace?
Pretty good. A little bit of a unique style. You'll notice he never really stops the cue. It just always keeps on moving during the windup or during the pre-strokes. Most players kind of settle the tip before the last swing, but
Lehman gets this 4th rack underway. Mr. Capito to break. He's going to need a little help here because all the balls look like they're going to get in the way, and help he got.
yeah, a little elevated on this one ball, but doesn't mind that considering where the cue ball ended up. And the first person that I've seen playing the cut break, huh, Carl?
Filler likes the cut break.
Filler.
He's been having a go at that little break, and I have a feeling, certainly in this arena table, the way it's been breaking, I think we might see a lot more attempting it as well.
All right, well, a difficult 1 ball. The 2 ball's natural for position. The 3's a little tied up. So if he was to get out here, that would go a long ways, building some confidence here early. Where do you go here, Carl? I mean, this is difficult. Just try to stun towards the 3. If you develop the 3 for the side pocket, the opposite side, that's okay.
I think the 3 ball goes past the green 6, to be honest.
I'm right down it. I mean, maybe with ball in hand, maybe.
I'm younger than you, JJ.
Well, I can't deny that, but yeah, he would love an inch or 2 more of angle here to come across. I don't really think he's going to miss the 2 ball, but trying to force the cue ball across, sometimes you kind of cheat the pocket a little bit, try and cheat the shot a little bit.
Yeah, I hear you though, that 3 ball is tight. He would love ball in hand, so has he had a look to come over past it?
I think so. Yeah, what a nice stroke that was, getting the most out of it. He's going to get the 3 in the side. And that's a beauty right there, because the way he hit it, I mean, he may not get shape, but nothing bad was ever going to happen, and that's a pretty mature play from the 20-year-old.
JJ, it was a beautiful positional shot to set up this chance there on the 2 ball. Really impressive start, this.
Yeah, he represents Hong Kong, but is he 100% Filipino? Capito? Definitely some Filipino.
Well, we all know how strong the Filipinos play pool.
Yeah. Oh, caught a little bit of the point. With with the clock going off right there. Didn't really bother him at all. Routine 8-9 here. Trying to get our first 2-game lead in the match at 3-1.
So Robbie Capito is 3-1 up in this match. I'm Michael
Capito. Mr. Capito to break.
Yeah, Dynamite Darren Appleton, he's no stranger to winning big pool tournaments. It's been a bit dry of late. Obviously, them years are clocking up, JJ.
Well, the game, just like every sport, is getting younger and younger. But Darren, like you said, pretty much has won every event in the world, it seems like. So, like he said, a day off, get a little more rest, get some practice time in, and trying to win some more convincing matches, I guess. 9-8, 9-7 to start. Now, Robbie's in a great position here to put another run together. He's got a perfect shot on the 2-ball. The 3's not too far. 4 over the side. The 5's near. Should clear these. Close enough to this, he should kill the cue ball easily. Oh, I was gonna say the only problem is maybe a little bit of a chance of a miss. Y'all haven't, but ever since the diamond table came out, the side pockets were always talked about, how difficult they are. I think Robbie would tell you, though, that one was on him.
Yeah, this is just what Omar needed. Needed his opponent to show a bit of weakness to let him just get back in this match.
Talk about different kinds of wins. This is a player that rides all those wins. 9-8, 9-0, does not matter. Really appreciates being out here, being able to play with the best. And I'm sure you saw that last year in his run to that runner-up finish.
Yeah, he puts the air miles into Omar. Travels all over the world, playing in every tournament possible. This is a timely rack. This match is nicely poised. 3-2. We're just next to Shane. It's Jason Shaw. I'll get a little score update for you in a second.
That's the break I like, the square break more. Myself, I think you can still figure out a speed for the 1. Don't think you're going to get these funny clusters that may slow you down at times. I like that break shot. And I think you're going to do a lot less work with that, you know, head-on break as far as hitting the 1 full. You're going to make 2-3 balls a lot of times. I know that shouldn't matter as much at this level, but kind of might get on a roll a little bit. You know?
I agree with you. I kind of like that break over the cup break. I don't know, that cup break to me just seems like illegal to me. Do you know what I mean?
Well.
I just don't like doing it. I'm not saying I've never done it.
Of course, yeah.
It just doesn't feel right.
Well, I always feel like when it comes to push and shove, you know, the crucial time of the match or the tournament, something's going to go wrong with that break. Either it's going to be on me, I miss it a little bit, I cut it too much, the cue ball falls below the 9. I don't know, something about the break, the firmer head-on break gets the adrenaline going in the right direction in my point of view anyways. But well, Shane, he made a mistake there at 6-2, so the young Dutch player is back at the table and back on the board, 6-3. Now Omar looking to tie this match.
So this 9-ball, it was a timely break and run. Last year, he looked good throughout that final last year. He looked like he was going to snap the title off, but Albin did what he does best. He come back strong and finished that final off.
Yeah, I remember watching it. Sure looked like Omar was going to take it down. Albin made a few mistakes and got out, Omar going a bit. Dangerous little shot here. If you play the cue ball behind the 3, you could give up an early win on the 1-9. So I don't know if he goes that route. Maybe brings the cue ball back a couple rails behind the purple. Oh, going for the 9-ball. Oh my. Don't think he was going for the 9, just a total miss hit. You saw how much he lost the 1-ball. The 1-ball wasn't near the back rail there. So big mistake here in game number 7 after tying the match. I think he was maybe getting a little bit greedy there, Carl?
Yeah, possibly. I think you've called it, JJ. And, we're so used to seeing Omar play, the fancy, delicate, nice safety shots that he often does, so it's a bit of a surprise and seems to be a little bit of a story of match. It's got the air of a Hill drama classic, this match, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Of course, Omar won his first match against JJ Fall 9-8, so he's got the battle scars there. He's ready.
Yeah, these guys are breaking and getting shots though, so wouldn't put it past one of them to put together 3 or 4 racks and separate themselves here in this match. It's a nice position they're in though, right? I believe all these players just have to win 1 out of their next 2 to qualify for the final 64. Okay, he could stun around, he could go top inside, he could actually just come 1 rail down the right side of the table also. Kind of what he did, using the 2nd rail just a little bit. Now I wouldn't force getting to the backside of the 8 here in a couple shots myself. I'm not saying it's not the right thing to do, but the 8-9 combo pretty easy.
Just a quick update. Jason Shaw, he's playing Michael Gavanciak. Michael beat Jason in last year's tournament, so he wants revenge, but that match is tied up 5-5, so he's got a little battle going on over there as Jason.
And he got funny here. I don't know if he can shoot the 6 and get easily to the 8-9 combo, or if he's got to run the cue ball to the backside of the 8. Me, myself, I wouldn't be too upset about the combination. It's a pretty easy combination overall for something that has, 2.5 diamonds of distance between the 8 and 9. Is he too thin to be able to pull, with some low left to the backside of that combo? It's close, right?
Yeah, it's close, and
he's taking on the 6 in the corner.
Yeah, so he's going to be shooting the 8. No, he's playing at the side, yeah. So he's got to really get into this ball, hasn't he? Oh, he's played it with right spin to go off the 3 rails, but he's not going to get great on this ball.
No, and he got funny to cross-side bank it as well. Very close to a double kiss. So Robbie dealing with the shot clock a little bit. We've heard the beeps go off now 3 times in this match.
Yeah, this shot he's attempting here is a lot easier on like a club table where the cloth's really old.
Right.
But out on this brand new TV table, it's a lot more difficult. But He's going to like this shot, fancy him for this. Oh, he's caught the rail too much.
Pretty heavy, yeah.
That's the worst case scenario when you're playing that shot. You hit it into the rail too soon. There you see, way too soon.
Yeah. Just barely past the side pocket. So Omar getting to throw that mistake away, that big mistake it looked like. He can disregard that. He's going to get the Game 7 win and a 4-3 lead. SVB missed that combo by some mark. I didn't expect that.
So this match has been a little bit slow. No one's really caught a gear. Is this the time? Balls have been coming out a little bit funny, haven't they? Because you can see the 2 ball is tied up a little bit.
And he's got a tough shot on the 1 with the cue ball near the cushion a little bit. A little straightish. One he should take on, but he may develop the 2 here, huh? May go into the 2 some kind of way. I think he's got a little bit of an angle on the 1 in the corner. I went right around it. Oh, he's gonna hate this.
Yeah, that's nasty. It was a sporty effort though, wasn't it? It was a nasty little gap that he found.
Yeah, that's, you know, Omar's not gonna, he's not gonna back off. You know, we talked about it earlier. You can't get those games back, right, in tournament format, but he's just a player that's just not gonna back off very often. Wow, this is surprising. I thought he had a pretty easy kick shot, didn't he? Thought he had a pretty easy kick shot just to the back of that 2 ball, kicking it, you know, maybe 1 rail down by the pink.
Do you think players often just pull the jump cue out these days just because they're guaranteed to hit the ball?
Well, it wasn't long ago I definitely thought that, you know, that they pulled it out, you know, prematurely a lot, right? But I think the players these days have gotten better at making that decision on when to use it, and in return have learned how to kick at the ball a lot better, you know. So, but yeah, it wasn't long ago, whenever I was playing a little more and the technology had just turned the corner with the jump cues, gotten even better, I saw the players, yeah, kind of quickly pull out the jump cue.
Attention, please.
Yeah, and we're going to see another jump shot. He's going to jump over kind of quarter ball with the 8, and this 4 is going into a pretty generous pocket. Yeah, nice shot there from Robbie.
Yeah, look, made that look like practice.
Now I think he's got a little angle, so he can just focus on potting this ball. 6 ball's kind of near the pocket, but it's all about the speed, this, isn't it?
Yeah, this is that little bit uncomfortable speed, a little bit lighter than you'd want to hit it.
Yeah, that nice speed. You'd be scared of the hook, wouldn't you?
Yeah. He wants the cue ball cleaned, I think. We won't talk much about that, Carl.
Oh yeah, the Moscone Cup.
I thought it was coming for sure.
No, I was a bit dazed there. I've missed a trick there. It must be age, that.
Yeah. Usually don't miss taking advantage of an opportunity like that. All right, may have fallen a little funny on the draw on the cue ball back here towards the side. I think he's okay though. Oh no, he's following the cue ball.
This is going to work out nice.
I'm kind of fancying what you said earlier as far as a hill-hill match possibly. Pool's a funny game. You play winter break and sometimes you just have a match to where guys can't put a lot of racks together.
To Mr. Capito. Capito to break.
These are all winners qualification matches. So all the losers tonight, they will be back tomorrow.
And it'll make up for one heck of a round there to qualify for those last 32 spots off the one loss side, right? So it'll be 32 from the winners, 32 from the one loss, and the 7 ball is going to get in the way. And this is what I was talking about. Sometimes matches, they just don't allow you to really put racks together and put games together.
Yeah, this has been one of them matches, hasn't it? Everything's just been awkward off the break, but just get a feeling it's nicely poised to go to the end.
And he's got a sliver of the one ball, but I really don't see much future in it. I mean, unless he feels like he can put some right English on this and dodge the kiss as well. Yeah, he may kiss this ball. I don't know. It's going to be close. He dodged it easily. Watch outside pocket.
He's going to be in trouble here, though. He can see enough of this one. Cue ball's going to be getting locked up towards that 8.
Yeah, and here you just want the 1 to roam past the 3-7 a little bit. You don't want it going all the way back down table. Oh my, that's a huge, huge mistake that he's gotten away with. How do you double kiss that ball?
Wow, yeah, that's incredible. Maybe he just rushed it a little bit.
That's exactly right. Just got, you know, he saw the easy snooker, right? But still didn't give it its due attention.
Yeah, I was with you there, JJ. I'd have been really focused on getting a good one ball because I wanted travelling near a rail.
Right.
Well, he just seemed to get down and thought it was a hanger, but.
Oh, and Shane's missed another ball over there. Leaking a little bit of oil here late in that match.
Leaking a little bit of oil. I like that. Never heard that one.
No? Not in the pool reference anyways. I'm sure you've heard about it when it comes to the audibles.
No, I like that saying. I'm going to steal that one.
Okay, he was pretty smart about the kick there and recognized the 2-8 was kind of a difficult situation, right? So he's wanting to kick the 1 away from that. Gave up a shot, and maybe Omar can travel the cue ball around to produce something on the 2 and the 8. Maybe just settles for the combo. He's going away from this combo though, isn't he? I mean, this is he going to go into the purple off one rail?
Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do.
Now, depending on the speed here, on the new felt, and how he cues it, we'll see. Could make both of these opposite corners. Oh, wow. So Omar's a little out of sorts here.
Yeah, this is time for Robbie to turn the screw now, isn't it? He must know he's struggling. Take another look at this. This is, wow. At this level, you expect the players to make these shots, you really do. But you know, JJ, when you're struggling in a match and you've not found your gear yet, you've made a few mistakes, it turns into a little battle of the mind. Nice shot.
Yeah, super nice. Now he's in a great position, just gets nice and straight on the 4. That'll offer a nice angle on the 5 to get to the backside of the 7. He's overran this a bit, so this is gonna become alarming a little bit. He's gonna have to draw to the short side of the 5. And the only problem with that is if he falls on the rail or kind of straightish, something like that, as long as he stays off the rail, he should be able to work the cue ball to get on the 7. But this is where, you know, when you fall out of line on that first shot and you have to change plans, that's when things can start to get a little sticky, a little hairy. Oh, he's following the ball. Pretty confident shot. And that was all about getting on the 7 a little easier, right? I mean he's maybe a foot light of where he wanted to be, but
yeah, a bit lower down table would have been really nice, so he needs another good shot here. Distance, the way to cue this, you can often decelerate. Because of that, sometimes you can often overhit, but he played that nice.
Yeah, again, a very unique kind of style there with no hesitation, no settle of the cue. A good position now to take another lead at 5-4.
So it's Robbie Capito.
Rack number 10. Our current score is 5-4 in favor of Mr. Capito. Mr. Capito to break.
Mr. Lehman there getting this 10th rack underway. Capito leads Omar 5-4. We said it was going to be tight, and it has got that little feeling about it. SVB, well, he's in a tight match. He's playing on table 2. He's on the hill. He's leading Jan
Cue ball.
8-6.
Capito's gonna love that. One ball over the corner. Cue ball clear. No clusters. Should be pretty easy to get on the 2, 3, and 4 near the 7, 8, and 9 on the other end of the table. Should be a clearance and a 2-game lead here shortly.
JJ's on his feet, he's sweating his boy, Shane. He's seen how that match finishes up.
A couple Shanes from America over there. Shane Wolford also in action. Try and get a score on his match as well. Young player from Roanoke, Virginia. Made some noise here in the last year or so.
Yeah, where does Shane Wolford stand in, like, let's say, playing for USA in the Mosconi Cup?
Well, he's right in there, I think. I think he's a kid that made some noise at the end of last year. And he's up 3-0 now on David Alcade. But yeah, he's you know, I think he's definitely in the mix for this year. He plans on playing all the events, or as many of the events as he can. Steadily always getting better, and he's a perfect mindset for a professional pool player, in my opinion. Doesn't jump up and down too much emotionally. Pays attention, I'll tell you.
Mr. Capito.
There's that 2-game lead at 6-4.
Capito.
Mr. Capito. Mr. Capito to break.
Robbie's got to be feeling good in this match, you know. He knows Omar's not quite been at the races. He's played okay as Robbie. He's made a good account of himself. Needs this one to hold up. He might get a little love off the old plastic magic rack.
Yeah, a little bumpity bump there on the side of the rack. I think left the one ball open to be pocketed. He's gonna have to turn the cue ball loose a little bit if he decides to shoot at it, kind of drawing the ball off the 9, but I think it's makeable.
Yeah, and the thing is, he wouldn't have had a shot if he hadn't have rolled back them a few millimeters. Maybe it's still tight. He's got a better view than us.
Well, I think it's makeable. Again, it's one of those situations, Carl, you can't get games back. So do you take a chance drawing the ball here? You may get behind the 6. You may get, up on top of the 7 somehow. Or do you just sense this and play maybe the bank or the safety next?
Well, at this level, I know what you're saying. If you draw off the 9, you're not quite certain where it's going to go. So you're relying on a little bit of luck. And at the top level, the top pros don't really like doing that, but he might be forced into it. Well, if the 9 ball gets out of the way, he's got to be happy with that, JJ.
Yeah, he's opened the 4 up off the side rail. He's got to be really happy. I mean, I think he knew it was a scary shot. There was I don't think missing the 1 was too much of an option for Robbie, but maybe the cue ball getting in a not so desirable position. I guess the 4 doesn't go on the side. Maybe it does, but like a pretty tight position shot here coming over for the corner. If you're feeling good top inside, you just go 3 rails, and fall in between the, what is that, the 5 and 7 kind of for the 4 up in the corner. Is that enough? Is that enough speed?
I think it looks real tidy, this.
Yeah, he's going to love that.
What a beautiful shot.
Yeah, and really trusted it, right? I mean, didn't overhit it 1 ounce. A lot of players really fear falling behind that 7, so they'll overhit that ball a little bit.
Yeah, that's the sign of a player who's getting real comfortable out there in centre court. Another big shot coming up here, just to the left of where me and JJ are sat. Alexander Kazakis, he's leading Kunlin Wu 3 racks to 0. We've not really said much about Kazakis. There's that many top players here, and it is day 1. Players kind of get lost out there, don't they?
Well, he kind of, he sticks to himself, what he's doing. He's not too concerned about being talked about until the end of the tournament, right?
Until it matters, yeah.
All right, feel a little funny here. If he plays this in the side, can he easily go by the 9? I guess he can. Or so you have to draw around the 8-9 here.
Well, it looks like he's putting a lot of left English on this ball. Just look at where he's cueing. This might slide a little bit, but it's okay. He's played that nice, good speed.
Sacrificing a little bit of distance just to make sure everything goes, as planned. Yeah,
just while Robbie takes care of this long 7, Jason Shaw is 8-7 down in his match. He's playing just over to the left corner from this TV table. Gavniak's got 4 balls left. He beat him last year in the World Championships. Can he beat him again? Big moments. Jason will still be alive in the event, of course, but that's a nasty little match, isn't it, JJ? That losers qualification.
Yeah, very nasty, and it doesn't get any easier on the 1-loss side. I mean, you can say the cream of the crop as a whole is going to make the final 64 in this second round, but still there's going to be plenty of players there that maybe some former world champions, you never know, on that 1-loss side. He's playing a real first shot on the 8ers. I mean, he's taking a long time on that 8 ball over there against Shaw.
Rack number 12.
Yeah, you
Our
can
current
see
score
him
is
there, just to the
7-4
left of John
in
Lane.
favor of Mr. Capito. Mr. Capito to break.
He's poured him in here, Carl. He's got a great shot on the 3. The 4 is open. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta like this split.
You gotta like a lot of that.
Jason Shaw is over to the one-loss side. He loses for the second year running to Michael Gavniak. Michael books his place into the last 64. He gets a day off. Jason will be back tomorrow. Who will he play? We will know soon. He's got one life left. He's probably the biggest name to go over to the one-loss side so far.
And he's been playing great pools, so I'd like to see how that went down. Maybe just a lot of opponent doing the right thing.
A little bit like this man at the table, Robbie. This is a big rack.
Yeah, I think he's getting more comfortable finding out his pace at the table, the pace of the table. And a little light there. Still should be okay. Has a missable ball here now, though. Maybe got to float this with a little top English.
Attention, please.
These are little testers, these shots. When you land on that 50-yard line, can he go off the bottom rail, JJ?
I thought he could with a straight high ball. I thought he could go maybe even a hair high right, possibly get to that bottom rail using the side cushion. Looks like he's drawing it.
So is he playing this with right English to spin 3 rails?
I think he's trying to pull it 1 rail. I think he feels like he can pull it. Oh, and he did go 3. Well, it looked like he was cueing that with left English and then came across the cue ball.
Well, he's had worse results where that cue ball's finished. That was a nice shot. Nice shot indeed. But can he reach this? He's got to draw the cue ball back up towards the 8. So this is not over yet. This can be a little bit awkward.
Yeah, and he's mindful of the shot clock. He's used it quite a bit. He's gotten to those final 5-second beeps a few times. Good thing is here, not hard to draw the ball in this TV table.
Yeah, he played it smart, didn't he? Just draw over to the right side of the rail. It's gone a little bit far, though.
Yeah, he should be okay. Should check this straight up the table. Take a little cut shot on the 9. But I mean, if you just, go ahead.
This was a little bit like your shot with the time fan.
Yeah, a little bit.
Got it in.
Yeah, you did. That one was a little easier, but that's funny. I was in Vegas, and a group asked me to, how'd you do shooting? And I was like, well, I never shot it. I never set it up at home or nothing. They wanted me to set it up, and unfortunately, we didn't get to it. But if you just took, didn't know both these guys, Carl, and you just took a look at this match, doesn't it seem like Robbie's been the guy that has the more experience?
Yeah,
it looks to me that way. Like he's the one that's kind of smoothing the ball around the table, right?
Yeah, if you was a complete novice, you would think Omar's, it's his first time out there and not Robbie's. Yeah,
right.
Point.
13. Our current score is 8-4 in favor of Mr. Capito. Mr. Capito to break on the hill.
Consistent with that cut break. Is the 8 going to get in the way? No, it's going to open up. So we're going to get to see a big stroke shot here from Robbie. I think he can get at the 1. It's close, actually. I think he can get at it, though. Pretty sure. Big draw stroke here.
Yeah, how do you get on this 2, Paul? It's nasty, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you could play it very safe at an 8-4 lead, right? You could just get out to the, you know, head string maybe.
Yeah, on a really dry cloth, if you're tight like you, GJ, and you don't replace your cloth every 5 years, you could probably go rail first and get there, couldn't you?
Yeah, probably.
On this
Still,
table,
though,
no chance, right?
Yeah, I don't know. He could smooth it around to the middle diamond, just to the left of the side 7 ball. I think he could get there. But I mean, you're risking the match because I mean it is winter break. That's why I was saying,
Attention, please.
you know, is it so bad to just knock this in, come out to the middle of the table, and put the 2 behind the 3 and the cue ball behind the 9-7? You know, just play it real smart in this situation right here. I know it's hard to do.
Well, that's a man of experience right there saying that. This kid's only 20 years of age, so.
Yeah, I want to see him, you know, turn it loose.
He's going rail first, though. You can see where he's aiming.
Yeah, if he smooths it, I think he gets there to about the middle diamond here. Oh, he caught it thick.
Yeah, I just didn't like it. Just the way that cue ball doesn't really bite off the rails.
Yeah, it's almost like you have to have a pretty thin one to be able to get around, right?
Yeah, I'd have preferred to even try and put a full draw stroke on it and hope it's my day at 8-4.
Yeah, get there, right?
Yeah. Omar needs a little love.
Oh, and it just has been one of those days, or at least one of those evenings.
It's down quick.
Yeah.
He's not a happy man, that's for sure. Feels like he's gave a lot of racks away.
A lot of times you'd come across this and just bring the 2 up and the cue ball behind the 7-9 lightly. Simple safety.
Simple but effective.
Now, we talked about it all the time on this table. You try to get for that devastating safety, a lot of times it gets away from you. Knock the pink 4 on the side. Should take on this shot. Uh-oh.
Where's the cue ball gone? Wow. That is a little unlucky, but whenever you fly the cue ball around the table and you're crashing into other balls, you never know where it's gonna go.
Yeah, he knew I mean, the 3's out in the center of the table, so you always say emphasis on pocketing that ball, but maybe that was a little heavy, a little hard. And like Jason Shaw, we're probably going to lose Omar to the 1-loss side. He still only has to win 1 match to get in that final 64.
Yeah, and Robbie's given us no indication why he's going to falter at this hurdle with these remaining 4 balls.
And he's been pretty comfortable going to the beeps, right? I mean, going to the tone of the 5 seconds, being 5 seconds left. Not something I like to do myself, but.
I'll tell you what I've noticed, the cue's very close to the cue ball.
Yeah.
That tip, real close.
I've always had a problem with that. Well, I don't consider it a problem, but I have fouled every now and again because of it.
These 2 balls for a nice win.
And against last year's runner-up.
This 9 ball